here. Glad to be here.
Okay, here comes Katie. Yeah. Okay. Just gonna message you, Katie.
I was just calling you.
Oh.
Because I was like, oh no, I can't get on. Yeah. Okay. So we will just get started right away here. Thank you all for joining today. I am super excited to have everyone here. And we are going to be talking about oils for every age. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, there we go. So we have oils that are available for every age. Can you see the screen okay? Okay. And that is a really cool thing with doTERRA is doTERRA oils are safe to use all the way from a tiny little baby all the way to our precious dear grandmas and grandpas. So we all know that really life begins when you're pregnant. And when you're pregnant, you are wanting to support your body in the best way possible. You're wanting to support your digestive system, help fight inflammation, and just all sorts of things. You want to stay as healthy as you can. And so basically the basic for any time in life, but for sure in pregnancy, you want to be on that lifelong vitality pack because that will give you all the help that you are needing. But there are other things that can also aid you. So if you take Terrazyme, for example, Terrazyme will help with your digestive tract, your digestive system. And not only will it help with yours, but it will also help your developing baby. And this is very important to help your baby get really a good start to life and everything like that. When babies' tummies aren't very good, we know that that can cause all sorts of issues when the baby is born. So also talking when the baby is born, I'm just gonna there. I don't want to hide all of you, but well, I don't know. I can't see my screen if I have it so I can see all of you, so I'll just have it like this. So when the baby is born, you also sometimes are wondering, you know, maybe your baby has a skin irritation or something, and you're wondering how you can help your baby. Well, if you're taking Terrazyme, it can help your baby's tummy as well if you're breastfeeding your baby. So that's a very, very awesome thing. Another thing is when I was breastfeeding, I did not know about doTERRA then. I was always worried that my milk supply was too low and what if the baby wasn't getting enough and everything. And Copaiba is very good for that. If you take 2 drops under your tongue 2 times a day, it will really help support your milk supply. And not only that, but after you've had the baby, if you are using Copaiba oil, it will help with anti-inflammatory. So that's very, very good thing to have as well. And then also another thing that can help support your milk supply is the basil and fennel. The baby won't love the taste of these. So when you're applying it, apply it to your breast tissue. You don't have to apply it like to your nipple area or anything, but apply it to your breast tissue. And maybe what you can do is once you have fed your baby, then apply it. And then when it's time to feed your baby again, take a warm washcloth and rinse the area, and then that will really help. Just a little reminder that peppermint, you want to be a little careful using it when you are breastfeeding because the peppermint oil, some ladies, it does actually decrease their milk supply, which can be handy when you're trying to wean your baby. But it is not that every lady will have trouble with this, but you might. So if you are wanting to use peppermint, just use it with caution if you're breastfeeding. And then one of my favorite little ages is when the babies are just little tiny, and I just yeah, we did not have doTERRA when our babies were little, and that is something I look forward to if we have more babies, if we're able to have more babies ever, because I just feel like there were many times that I worried and stressed about things, and if I would have had the oils, I could have felt way more empowered and able to, you know, do something about it rather than just wondering, oh, like, what should I do? Like, you know, so exactly, for instance, the doTERRA oils, they are an essential oil that is tested and trusted, and it can be used on babies. You will want to dilute it, and you will want to follow your intuition. You are the mother of your child. You know the best what your child needs. So doTERRA has a touch line that is already pre-diluted. They are pre-diluted oils that are just ready right away to be used on little children and babies. And so then if you take the On Guard, for example, you can swipe their feet to help support their immune system. Another oil that is one of our favorite is the Tamer. We love that oil so much. It actually has spearmint in it, so it can really go to work quite fast. Like sometimes my children have complained of tummy aches, and we've just rubbed a little bit on their tummy, and very soon the tummy ache is gone. And I just really, really love that with the Tamer. And another area where you can support yourself is very many times we know we love to just lotion our babies after their baths and showers and everything like that. But what are you using on them? Like, there are so many lotions out there that claim to be like safe for your children and stuff, but what is actually in them? So that's one thing I love with doTERRA's lotion. You know that it is safe and your babies can use it, and you can enjoy that time touching them, feeling them, and that touch is very important at a baby age, but also all through life. We need to remember to connect through touch also. The unscented lotion, you can put some lavender in it. I believe the unscented lotion does not have any oils in it already, correct, Melissa? The unscented lotion doesn't have any oils already in it, right? You can add whatever oils you want to. We have, yeah, that's what I thought. We have the unscented lotion. We usually don't add any oils to it, but if you want to add the lavender, it's very nice. It gives it an extra sweet, going to sleep, soothing thing. So then when you're diffusing, the diffusing lavender is one of our favorite things to diffuse too. In the night, we like to diffuse lavender and On Guard for our children in their bedrooms. And also that breathe is just amazing. If their noses are starting to feel it all stuffy or anything, put some breathe in their diffuser and it can help them all night long for that support with their respiratory system. So here are some sweet baby oils, and the wild orange is for gas and constipation, and then the cardamom is for cough, upset tummy, and congestion. The frankincense can be used to support your immune, your baby acne, or cradle cap. Another reason I wish I would have known about doTERRA, because my littles, both of them, struggled with baby acne and cradle cap, and I tried all kinds of things. So the Roman chamomile is a great oil to use for sleep, fussing, and teething. And then the balance is a good oil for diaper rash, diaper irritation, and skin discomforts. So here are some of the toddler oils. What I love the best, my youngest girl she's 2, my youngest girl. I only have one girl, but anyway, my little girl is 2. And she already knows like all about doTERRA oils. This morning only, her and my son, he's 4, they were over in the kitchen where I keep my oils in one of the spots. And they were like, we want some oils on our hands, because they like to put a drop on their hand and then to smell it. Their favorite, of course, is lemon. But They love the wild orange also. The balance, I haven't introduced a whole lot to them as far as that goes, but for a tantrum tamer, yeah, we could use that around here some days. So then also the basil for immune support and ear discomforts. I have found also that I really like using tea tree for ear discomforts. Cassandra, what age would you start using tea tree though?
That one is a nice gentle oil. So
It is a gentle oil.
it is. It's very, very gentle. So I would
Okay.
I'd do it early. I mean, even infancy, but I would make sure that it's just very highly diluted, right?
Yeah.
Everything. The skin is so sensitive. But
So
yeah,
then-
I would.
So then like for an infant, would you do about a tablespoon of carrier oil to 1 drop, or is that a little bit much still? That's about right. Okay.
Yeah, a tablespoon is what, 15 milliliters?
I think so.
Yeah, so it would be half of a roller bottle, and in a roller bottle for infancy, you would dilute it to about 1 to 3 drops.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, and so then the calmer also, we like to do the calmer on their feet before bed or on their tummies or however. The calmer is a very amazing oil. doTERRA has a whole kids line that is the calmer, the tamer, rescuer, just all of those, and they're amazing. They're very amazing. My children love them. Okay, so now moving on to how we can help our school-age children. So the school-age children, we know that they are starting to learn like crazy. I mean, they learn when they're toddlers and everything, then they start going to school and it's a whole different dimension, that word, you know what I'm talking about. What?
Dimension?
Yeah, dimension, there we go. A whole different dimension. It's just incredible to me. Like, they need all the help they can get to help those little brains to just keep developing and keep growing, and even so that they can feel happy and stuff because they get the right nutrition. And sometimes we know that we do have some picky eaters. So when they are on that A to Z, that will give them the fruits and vegetable servings that they are needing. And then the IQ Mega really helps them so that they can, it's the fish oil, so it will help support the healthy cardiovascular system, healthy eyes, and healthy brain. So that's really good. And then that PB Assist is the probiotics, so it helps with a healthy microflora in the gut. And yeah, my children, they love these. They just really love these. Now, this is something I learned as I was learning, as I was researching for this class, is exactly the On Guard beadlets. So if your child is coming down with something, then these On Guard beadlets are actually the perfect size for them to swallow. They're very little, and I just love that idea. I never thought of that before. We do have the peppermint beadlets, and I have used those before, and I was amazed the first time that I looked at them how tiny they are. Like, they are just little tiny. So these On Guard ones, I can't wait to try those out. Okay, so then on to the kids collection. This is what I was talking about a little bit before. These are pre-diluted for ease and convenience. They have that backpack clip that they can take with them on the go. You can clip it to your purse, whatever. And yeah, they have a Brave one, Tamer, Calmer, Rescuer. The Rescuer one, I believe, is like, you can use it. One of the ways you can use it is for growing pains, headaches. So yeah. Okay, and here are just some of those same oils and some other ones, kind of telling you a bit about them. The Stronger is for immunity, and it is also skin soothing. And then the Wild Orange and the Vitaveer is the homework helper, sit still, and sleep. Now, these two would be great to be diffusing when they're doing homework. It would just really get the mood set. The leg cramps, as I was talking, the Rescuer, and then the Tamer is a good one for upset tummies and gas. So if you are a homeschool teacher, And if you are a homeschool household, then this just shows you a little routine that would be handy for you yourself and also for your student. You can use that balance to support yourself by applying it to the bottom of your feet before your day begins, and then diffusing the on guard and inhaling the frankincense in your palm. And then when your day is done, to add that adaptive to some Epsom salt. This is one thing that I've learned recently. I'm quite new to oils, but this is one thing I've learned recently is add your oils to the Epsom salt, because then it gets into your bath water and it doesn't just sit on the top. I did not know that, and we've been, for like since we began oils, we've been just adding them to our bath water, and it just, Bruce did it the other night with adding them to the Epsom salt with adding it to the Epsom salt first, and he says he really liked it that way. So can't wait to take the next bath. Although our weather is getting warmer, so I'm not really feeling bathy, but you know, maybe. So then for your student, children, you probably know this, but I like this. They like the citrusy smell, and the citrusy smell is a mood uplifting. They are mood uplifting oils. So wild orange is one that a lot of children will tend to gravitate towards because it is just cheery and it just smells so good. And then the peppermint, it gives you a lot of a boost of energy, and it gives you just a boost. We all know whose favorite oil is peppermint on here. We've heard it said. Oh, I think every time I see the peppermint, I think of you, Mel. So now the 12 o'clock there, we have the thinker. So that oil, if you apply to the temples and the back of the neck, it will really help get you through the day, keep you going. Chrisandra maybe knows a bit about that with her homeschooling. I admire all homeschooling mamas. I really admire you. I'd like to try it one day. I don't know. I'll have to see if I can convince my husband. So then later on in the night, if you diffuse the lavender and the breathe in their bedrooms or even around the house as you're getting ready for bed, and then to diffuse it during the night, that's a really good way to just support your children while they are sleeping. So now adolescence. At this stage in my life, I can't even imagine our children being at that age, but I will talk from my personal experience of when I was at that age. I wish I would have had the Lifelong Vitality Pack. It just, to me, it gives your hormones such a balance. This is a thing that I've noticed personally with myself at the age I'm at. No, I'm not adolescence, but at the age I'm at, it just feels like, I know this because we were fearful we were going to run out. So we just went to like only taking one of each of the lifelong vitality of day. So it would have been a quarter of a dose. If you look at the picture there, it says it's recommended for adolescents a half a dose. And honestly, my mood, my hormones, they were all over the page. And I'm so thankful today our vitamins came in, our lifelong vitality, and we will not run out now. And yeah, I just feel like for any teenagers that are going through this very difficult time in their life, when they're uncertain about all this and they have so many life changes, and mentally they're even at a different dimension. They're at a different dimension. I don't know why I keep thinking dementia. I don't know why. Maybe all my CNA classes way back in the day. But anyway, so all of that, it's like they're at a different dimension, and they just need extra support. So if they are on 1/2 dose of the Lifelong Vitality Pack, that is giving them their VMZ, is giving them the vitamins and minerals they need, the omegas is giving them the omegas that they need, and the alpha CRS is helping them with the energy and to just get through life. And also, you know, as we all think of that age, one of the things that we think of the most of all is, you know, our dear little face and how it can have breakouts and all that stuff. But doTERRA has you covered. You can use the HD Clear skincare line. They have the face wash and then the lotion for after you're done showering, and also then the roller bottle for spot treatment. And I think the chat is like really going to town here, but I think that you guys are taking care of it. I'll just keep going. So then for girls for the adolescent age, Clary Calm is a really good oil to help them support in their hormones, to help support them with their hormones. I have heard recently of a lady recommending if your child, your daughter, is at this age and she is feeling very, to recommend for 30 days straight to take the Clary Calm and use it daily. Put it on the inside of your ankles, because like right by your ankle bone, because that is where your ovary reflex point is at. Do that, and then also you can rub it on the bottom of your feet, or I think she had another place, I can't remember right at this time where else she said to rub it, but she said do that for 30 days and you will notice even a difference in their mood, and also then when their cycle comes along, their cycle will also be easier to handle and all that. So then also it's great, it's always great to diffuse. Diffuse, like, you know, someone comes in the house grumpy, just start that diffuser, or maybe it was already going, but if it wasn't, just start it. Like, you might be surprised, you know, what a little bit of diffusing, and maybe they were hungry. Get them some food. That will help too. Nutrition always helped. So here's teen support. Oh, didn't mean to go there. So here's the teen girl support. So just going through this quickly, the tea tree helps with immunity and blemishes. I personally really love the tea tree for exactly pimples or such the like acne. Adaptive emotions and anxious feelings. I like to even use this one in a roller bottle like this. It's just very nice. The Serenity is for sleep and calming. It is a blend, and it's a really great oil for supporting teenage girls. And we talked about the Clary Calm already. And then In Tune is to study and focus. So moving on to the teenage boys, of course, they have the tea tree there, and then, you know, they'll love the peppermint to wake up with that fresh breath. The Wild Orange is for sleep and to uplift their mood. I'm just picturing a grumpy teenage boy come walking in my house. I don't know if those days will ever come. I can see a grumpy 4-year-old. Okay, so anyway, so the deep blue is one of my favorites. I like the deep blue, and I love the deep blue rub. So, you know, if your child you're trying to support or yourself doesn't really care for like just the oil application, have them try the deep blue rub, because the deep blue rub, my husband used it just last night on my back. My back was just like cramping up. I think it's because I pulled my children in the wagon like all over town yesterday, and I haven't done that since last summer. And it was just, yeah, and he used it and I just felt so good. The deep blue rub is just amazing, as well as the deep blue. And then again, we have the In Tune for study and focus. I don't know much about that oil, so I'm gonna have to research that one more. Okay, so then when we're adults, we sometimes like to put ourselves on the back burner and just be like, we're doing everything for everyone. And it is important. We do need to be there for our family and for our husbands, spouses, whatever. But we have to remember to take care of ourselves, because if we're not strong enough to take care of our family, then it can all go to disaster. Because, you know, I hate the saying, but if mom ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. I really do not like that saying, but I really know how much it's true. Because once I start getting grumpy, it's like the whole house, it's like a light switch, whoop, 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 off, on, like everyone gets grumpy. So when I'm taking the Lifelong Vitality Pack, I can just notice a very good change in my mood. I'm just happier, and it's just, I feel better digestively, everything. It just really helps a lot. So then the Terrazyme. I'm going to tell you all this cool fact that I just learned about the Terrazyme that I did not know about. So our gut is made up of 2 different kinds of enzymes. It's made up of the digestive enzyme and also our metabolic enzymes. So a lot of times what happens is our gut actually starts not having as many metabolic enzymes, not as many digestive enzymes. And so then it starts to pull from the metabolic enzymes. And when it pulls from the metabolic enzymes, then we actually get tireder because the metabolic enzymes are helping digest the food, but then they're not there to do their job of like giving us energy. And is my computer gonna go dead? And giving us energy and all that. So then when we take these pterozymes, they are digestive enzymes that are in a capsule. And when we take them, of course, they help our digestive enzymes, and that allows our metabolic enzymes to do their job. And then we can have more energy. So yes, the pterozymes are amazing. We've been taking them lately, and ever since I learned that, I told Bruce, I was like, oh my goodness, did you know what these things do? So yeah. So now on to the lemon. You can add 2 or 3 drops to your glass of water in the morning, and it can help you with detoxifying your liver and just getting you a detox. Also, a lot of people like to do it just for the taste of it. They like how the lemon added to their water gives them, a flavor in their water. They find it easier to drink more water. So here we have some of the oils that help support the women, us as women. The bergamot, stress and self-confidence, and the adaptive, emotions and anxious feelings. The serenity is for sleep and calming. I will put this in as a side note here because I know everyone is different. We all may be drawn to a different oil. And for myself personally, I am drawn way more to lavender than serenity. But there are some people that really, really like the serenity. But for myself personally, I keep a lavender roller bottle beside my bed at night, and that is what I apply to help me sleep. And I do have serious problems with laying there and listening to my husband sleeping and wishing that I would be the one sleeping, and thinking how I'm going to be the one that is getting up with the children, and he's going to be the one that's still over there sleeping, and how when I get up, I may lay there and not be able to sleep, and he's still going to be the one sleeping. So the lavender has really helped me a lot. Like, I apply it. Like, when I apply it, I basically roll over and I tell Bruce, okay, now you're in a lavender field. Like, he just knows if he's not feeling like lavender that night, he better roll over and go back to sleep. So anyway, the Clary Calm is for hormone support, cramps, and PMS. And then the aging skin is the Immortelle oil. It's really good for that. You can probably tell the oils that I haven't used much because I kind of jump over them. I have never used the Clary Calm or the Immortelle, but I can't wait when I do have issues with this. I never have hormone issues, but when I do feel the need to have these, then I will definitely try them out because I love learning this information about them. So men's support. The copaiba is good for immunity and dry skin. And then the digestin, or known in Canada as the Zingest, is good for upset tummy and also for gas. And this oil is the one where I'm like, if I ever question, like, I don't know if anyone else has ever done this when they're starting a journey, but when you're starting a journey, sometimes you wonder, like, do the oils actually work? But when I question that at all, I use a Zingest. I'm like, oh yeah, these things work. Like, the Zingest is my absolutely favorite oil that I like to see that it works right now. Like, yeah. So sleep, snoring, and phlegm is marjoram. And we need to get that oil because just the other day, Bruce was telling me, he said, why does someone get phlegm? And I was like, well, I don't know. I haven't researched that yet. So anyway, I am going to research that sometime. You get phlegm too? You didn't know that?
No, I was just going to say that I know what can cause phlegm, and
What can?
so like milk products, because our bodies are really not designed, because we're not baby cows. So that, and allergies, of course, from the tree spores doing their tree spore thing, and then animals. People have allergies to dander and what have you, and so like that's in general what is going to bring on, like, it's your body's way, your body's mucous membrane's way of saying, I don't like this so much. And then I'm not sure if you said this, but using any of the citrus oils, especially lemon, is really good for helping to break down those mucous membranes. So for like a drop of lemon in your water, a, etc.
Yeah,
Wild orange,
yeah,
grapefruit.
tangerine, citrus. Yeah,
Hmm.
very good. That's great to know that. I'll have to tell him I'm already starting to research when I haven't really even done anything. I just learned it by chance. So the deep blue again, and this one, lots of people have said this, and I believe this too, that if you want to get a man in your life, or any men or whatever that you know, if you want to get their support with the oils, because some of them are a bit hesitant, have them try the deep blue, and they'll be on board. So then with the wild orange can uplift mood and calm mind. This was my first favorite oil. Like, this was the oil I smelled and I was like, oh my goodness, I did not know an oil could smell like that. Like, I love wild orange. Okay, so we all know there are 3 different ways that you can use oils. And so when you use oils aromatically, it doesn't only help yourself, like when you apply it topically, it's not helping others just a whole lot. I mean, if you have a child running around you, they'll smell it and it will help them some. But if you are diffusing it, dispersing your oil aromatically, it's helping everyone that is in your vicinity. And I'll just add this as a side note. What time is it? It's probably getting way too long. 4:35. So my 4-year-old, we have just recently, they have these leap pins, and just recently he's been pushing on the one that's about the human body. And in the one area where it's the stomach, it says, no, the liver. The liver says that our body gets toxins inside of it, and I don't know what all it says. But then he was asking me, he's like, Mom, what are toxins? And then, to try and explain it to a 4-year-old, actually, that some people just like put toxins in their body just because they can or they want to. It's just confusing to them, like, because exactly this leap pin tells him toxins are poisons. And then I'm just like, okay, yeah, toxins are poisons. And he is very much about toxins lately. So we're talking toxins in our household. Okay, so then topically is another way for you to use oils. This is, in a way, one of my favorite ways to use oils. Like, I just look at that lady and I'm just like, oh yeah, let's do that right now. So the Motivate and the Adaptive are oils that are great to use to reduce stress and to help increase energy. We all need that, right? Okay, and then to also use oils internally, you can use them like the grapefruit, the lime, the tangerine, and you can use very many oils internally. If you have any questions about whether you should be using this oil internally or not, you can always contact someone like myself or any of these other lovely ladies that know about oils, and we can help you to figure that out. I believe the bottles also say if they're safe for internal use. Am I wrong? The bottles do say that? Okay, that's what I thought. I haven't looked at the bottles very much other than just the name. And yeah, as you can see, it says use up to 24 drops internally daily for optimal health. So now for the glory years. And these years are some of my favorite years. When I was a CNA, I actually worked at a nursing home, and I knew so many grandpas and grandmas that just stole my heart. And they are just the most preciousest of people. I just love them. And so as you can see there, one of the first things that we have to talk about is a fractionated coconut oil. And why we come back to that is because when our babies are small, their skin is sensitive. And then when we get older, our skin starts to get thinner, and we need to also be more careful with our skin because our skin becomes more sensitive. So we need to also dilute really well when we are getting older. Honestly, that skin, I can just still feel it. Grandma's skins are so smooth and soft, just lovely. And then they also can use the Lifelong Vitality Pack. It's great to use the Lifelong Vitality Pack when you are also wanting to protect and nourish your brain and just improve your quality of life. So this is a supplement that is very good for people to use that, you know, need help maintaining, or even for anyone to maintain your healthy bone mass and density. This is the bone nutrient complex, and it can really help you get that 100% daily recommended amounts of calcium and magnesium. So, oops, going back here. So here is a dilution guide for all of the different age groups. And I love that they have the dog's dilution guide on there too. He's so cute. We had a little dog, we would talk to him, his name was Rusty. And I just have to tell you this because just right now the thought came to me. My brother-in-law actually passed away 2 years ago, but when we had Rusty, his favorite thing to do is and Rusty would just start barking, and he thought it was so hilarious. Honestly, dogs, they're so cute. So anyway, here is a symphony of the cells. The Symphony of the Cells is an amazing thing to do. My husband and I just did it to each other the other day. I looked it up and we just did the one that the lady was talking about, which was for inflammation. I don't even know if we have trouble with inflammation, but it felt great for both of us. So here is the basic one that you can do and how you would do this. I'm just going to explain a little bit how you would do it. You would take the frankincense first and you would apply it 4 drops along the top of your back, and then you would rub it in with your hand, take and put it under the person's nose that you're giving the Symphony of the Cells massage or whatever you want to call it to, and then you would take the excess oil and rub it along their feet. And then the Melaleuca, you would put the drops along their spine, you would rub it and then rub it like this, and then also put the excess oil on their feet, so on and so forth. You do the massage blend and the peppermint. And then once you're done, the peppermint is a bit of a cooling oil. You'll want to just cover up with a blanket for about 10, 15 minutes, just to let your body relax and take in all those oils. And then also here's the cardiovascular one that you can use, just using the oils in line there. So now I'll just talk a little bit about if you are wanting to use oils, that's lovely and great. And maybe you're a little bit like me, that sometimes when I start using something, I'm just like, oh my goodness, everyone needs to know about this. Then you can start sharing oils with your friends, your family. And then you can even start teaching others if you feel, you know, at all inclined to be a teacher or that sort of thing. So here are 3 different ways that you can share. You can do the referral partnership where you get free oils for referring people. You can also, if you want to make some extra income, you can actually enroll your friends underneath yourself. Anyone that has a wholesale account also has the opportunity that they can become a wellness advocate, and they can sell the oils or enroll friends underneath them so that their friends can also buy the oils or supplements. And then you can also build a team to supplement or replace your income. So yeah. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen here now. And I'm going to just talk a little bit. So that is the end of today's oil class. But we have on Tuesday will be our next team meeting. And it's for anyone that would like to join. You can join. It is at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. Don't forget, it's 1 hour different than today's. I always forget about. And then I'm like, oh, it's 3 o'clock, not 4 o'clock, my time. So anyway, and next week is time change. So actually it'll be 1, I don't know. I'm confused because Saskatchewan is God's time. We don't do time change, and then I get confused until about midway, and then I'm not confused anymore. And then it's time to change again. So, so yeah, Tuesday is a team meeting. We'll do posts about it if you're interested in joining that. I love those, absolutely love them. And then Thursday, again, we will be doing a topic, and we will also give you posts about what our topic is about and who's presenting and all that lovely things. I don't know if anyone has questions. There's a lot of chat going on in the chat. So I'm hoping that I wasn't saying everything wrong and I was needing to follow these. Oh, you were talking about the NHP products. Hey, a cool thing. Did you talk about that in there? The NHP products, how they can be actually, you can use them not as a tax write-off, as a, with your healthcare, like, didn't know that. I don't know if ours would do it or not. Like we do Blue Cross or something. Would it do that? Like I could actually get my lifelong vitality pack and they would.
I believe that Blue Cross is one of the only ones. I think that there's 3 extended healthcare companies, and Blue Cross is one of them that will cover either a portion of or a percentage of your essential oil usage because they're considered a natural healthcare product, NHP.
Okay. So then in order for them to cover it though, then do I have to get the ones that say NHP behind them?
I believe so.
Okay, perfect. Well, that is interesting to know.
They would be able to steer you more in the
Yeah.
direct, like they'll be able to guide you more in that.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to say is as a tax write-off, so that's covered by extended health, your NHPs and your essential oil usage. But if you were somebody who was sharing doTERRA with other people, your LRP orders every single month are a tax write-off. So it's important to collect your monthly invoices from your LRP, and you submit them as with your small business, because our LRPs are used for samples, incentives, giveaways, and we need to be a product of the product in order to sell our product. So our LRPs, yes, every single month, print it off, put it into file folder, and it can be used against your business expenses. Yeah.
That's amazing. I did not know that. Well, I'm glad I said tax write-off then for you to say that. Okay, so I guess I won't ask if anyone has questions because it looks like if anyone had questions, you probably already asked them. So yeah, it was lovely to have you all here today. I was so nervous. I've been doing oils all day. Whew. I get nervous like 3 days ahead of time, but anyway. But I will tell you this, like most of the time prior to this, if I would get this nervous about something, I would have a smashing bad headache, smashing bad stress headache. Today, no headache. So the oils, the peppermint, it's all been helping. So yeah, cheers to oils.
You did absolutely amazing today. There was so much good information you shared. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. Well, you all have a lovely, amazing rest of the day. Spring is coming and my heart is like alive. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to, sorry,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Katie.
No, I just was going to say to have a good day.
Well, I think that you did amazing, amazing. And I learned a lot from you. And I think that I see that it's uncomfortable for you to accept a compliment. But I want you to accept it because you deserve it. You killed it. And you're in your wheelhouse, girl. And it's so wonderful to see you shine.
Did you know that about the enzymes? Did anyone learn something about the enzymes today? Because when I heard that, I was just like, now it makes perfect sense. I didn't know this. No wonder I get done eating and I feel tired, before. Like that's how it would be. I get done eating and I feel tired. I'd be like, isn't my food supposed to be giving me energy? Well, There you have it. Hair-enzyme. It'll help you out. Okay. Okay, you all have a good rest of the day. I'm going to leave the meeting here. before I
Alright.
make it any more awkward. See you guys.
Bye. Did Lisa leave? Did somebody answer her question about adaptive capsules to ward off stress headaches?
I think she just asked if Katie specifically had tried the adaptive.
Okay, okay, that's where we're at. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, gals. See you soon.
Right. Yeah.